So, kind of been a while since I've made Pokemon content, but back and I decided that, the finals of a draft league that I just took part of was a good way to start. Um, a little background knowledge. Over the summer, well, it was like late summer. Um, I played in this draft league. It's National Dex, VGC, uh, and it had Z moves instead of Terra. So you could see the red names there, King Gambit and Reuniclus. Those were my Z captains. And you could also see that I kind of had to make a few trades, like all of them, to make this team actually that good. Um, what's crazy is that I started this league in like I started it 1-3 in the first 4 weeks, and then I won literally every week after that, from week 5 to week 9. So that was crazy. I ended up as the third seed for playoffs, and then I was able to make it all the way there. Um, and something interesting is that my opponent and I also played in week 9, my finals opponent. And I won there, so I was like, well, maybe I'll just do the same thing I did again. I'll get more into that, but in the um, team builder. But yeah, this team is like very scary. Uh, it like it's very one dimensional, but um, even if you know what they're gonna do, it's kind of hard to stop it. Um, so yeah, I think I'll just get into the team builder. So again, as I said, I already fought my finals opponent in week 9, and this is just what my team looked like that week. I noticed that Breaking Swipe kind of made it so that your physical attackers didn't really have that much room to actually get off their attack, since Gouging Fire with Booster Energy outspeeds most of them, or all of them actually, unless they want to run like Choice Scarf Tian Pao, which I don't think he want to do. Um, but in that week, I noticed that Dracloak was kind of not doing anything. So, uh, my finals team is like almost exactly the same as my week 9 team, but I uh, changed a few sets. Actually, no, like I Gouging Fire, Togekiss, Aerodactyl, and Kangaskhan are like largely the same. Um, I changed like one move on each, one or two moves. And I also changed some EVs. King Gambit, I changed heavily. Z Snatch gives me a speed boost, and if I don't need that speed boost, I could just throw off huge Dark Sea moves. Uh, I don't remember what the. Oh wait, I do remember what the speed was for. So Snatch works like if the any opponent uses uh, a status move that targets themselves or their team, like Tailwind or um, Belly Drum, then Snatch will like steal that move, and King Gambit would use it. Snatch also moves before fake out and stuff, which isn't super relevant in this matchup. I don't really think my opponent had a fake out Mon at all. Actually, they had War Turtle, but I didn't see them use War Turtle for fake out ever. But yeah. So if like Cottony, for example, used Tailwind, well, I use Snatch, then King Gambit's at +2 speed, and then also under Tailwind. So it's like I have +4 speed. Basically, everything else was the same. I'll just go through the other sets real quick. Togekiss with Choice Scarf. I brought this week 9, obviously, but it was a little bit more defensive then. It has enough speed to outspeed Qianpao at max speed Qianpao by 1, and usually they don't expect follow me on Choice Scarf, so I just tack that on there. Gouging Fire, I don't exactly remember what the calcs are for, but I just know that it survives a lot of stuff. I think the calc I was going for was surviving a Dragon Z move based off of Outrage from Dragonite, if it was at -1. I don't remember if I survived that with Sword of Ruin on the field or not, but yeah, this mon's really, really stupid. I'm so happy I got it because it's strong and fast and bulky. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea to make, but it exists. Aerodactyl. You may notice that I changed it from Pressure to Unnerve, and that's because I was kind of worried about some resist berries, like if they went for a psychic resist berry on Okidogi, then I can use Unnerve, well, Aerodactyl's not mega, to stop the resist berry from activating. Kind of a niche interaction, but it could come up, so I just wanted to do that. And then Skydrop lets me pick up everything on their team besides I think it's Metagross, Dragonite, Kilowattrel, and Stonejourner. So and that will let me set up Trick Room with Reuniclus better. Then Kangaskhan, Scrappy Fake Out. It's basically all it needs to do. Realistically, I'm bringing this even if there isn't Typhlosion, but it gets even better value if Typhlosion is in the battle. And Earthquake hits Stonejourner and Metagross for decent damage. Yeah, and then finally, for Reuniclus, this is just max special attack, max defense. This EV spread lets it live everything besides, like, Life Orb, Crunch from Jolly, Qianpao. If they're adamant, they have a few rules to kill me if they're not Life Orb. But yeah, and then Superpower, I just needed to move to one-hit KO Qianpao. That isn't Focus Blast, because I didn't want to rely on that in finals. So, Superpower may seem odd on a Pokemon with 65 base attack, but it was just so I could do that. That's basically everything you need to know about my team. So here we are. As you can see, they brought a lot of their strong Pokemon, though they did not bring Stonejourner last time. I don't remember them having it last time. And they also didn't bring Okidogi last time. But I don't think they're gonna bring Okidogi to this match. Just simply because I have Reuniclus. We actually talked about that before, but they didn't bring Okidogi last time. Like, they didn't even put it on the team because Reuniclus was too scary. I didn't even end up having Okidogi. And then, so now it's kind of funny that they brought it, but I also brought Reuniclus. So, yeah. Other than that, I think my game plan is just to get Trick Room up. Sorry about that. Yeah, just get Trick Room up with Reuniclus and try and do as much damage as possible underneath it. So yeah, I lead Togekiss and Reuniclus. Hold up, let me turn off the frickin' music. Yeah, there we go. That would get annoying quick. I lead Togekiss and Reuniclus just to, use Follow Me, get Trick Room up. You can't really do much here. I have Mental Herb, so you can't, and Follow Me will move before, Taunt, Prankster Taunt anyway. So, if I remember correctly, they probably switch out Cottony. Don't quite remember. This is a really advantageous lead for me. Yeah. And then just protect, yeah. Yeah, being choice locked into Follow Me is not good there, so I switch into King Gambit. It can take basically anything Metagross throws at it pretty well. Or like anything that Metagross wants to use against Togekiss, it can take it pretty well. And then I could just launch off moves into Dragonite. Slash Shock does a little bit, but not that much, which means it's probably multi-scale. And King Gambit eats Heavy Slam, but not as well as you'd expect it to on a resisted attack. Slash Shock does a lot more, confirming that it is multi-scale. And my Z move unfortunately goes into Protect, and then King Gambit goes down to a low kick. It's not great. Switch Aerodactyl in here. Just Detect to try and bait Z move, which I do successfully. And then I actually just reverse Trick Room because Mega Aerodactyl and Scarf Togekiss in Trick Room is not a good idea, so just reversing Trick Room is my best idea there. Mega Up obviously there's no reason to keep a Nerve, and then yeah, they were really which I don't think they brought last time. Shadow Ball narrowly misses the KO and Metagross, and it kind of looks like it's over from here, but does that's Choice Scarf Follow Me coming into clutch. They did not expect me to outspeed either of those. And then Encore, but Mental Herb. Chien-Pao doesn't get brought down to Sash, but it probably is, and then it misses Icicle Crash. Kind of unfortunate, but that's what happens when you run Icicle Crash. So yeah, Togekiss is able to reverse sweep their team. I definitely got very lucky there. But my adaptation, I think, is to just not bring Trick Room, because I kind of just wasted time setting it up, and I have a lot of fast Pokemon anyway. So, and again, I don't expect them to bring Okidogi, so I'm just not going to bring Reuniclus in Game 2. So yeah, in Game 2, I bring, I think, most of the same Pokemon, but I don't bring Reuniclus. I actually think I bring Kangaskhan because Fake Out is pretty good. Yeah. Kangaskhan can Gambit. Metagross, Cottony. So yeah, here I do a pretty dumb play is what it looks like. But in week 9 they had Covert Cloak, Cottony, and even though Dazzling Gleam wasn't doing that much to them in game 1, to where it probably looked like it was Eviolite, I was like, well, they could be bulky and then also have Covert Cloak, and I just wouldn't know. So I don't want to waste time faking out into their Cottony and then just having them get Tailwind up anyway. So what I'm gonna do is fake out Metagross and then go for Z Snatch, and hopefully get my +4 and can give it. But yeah, they just protect, and they do not go for Tailwind, unfortunately. So I just waste my Z move. Yeah, not my great play. They switch out because they don't want to get hit by that, and Couch Leaf kind of does nothing to like, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. And then yeah, I just get low kick. That's kind of a theme in this set. They brought a lot of anti-King Gambit stuff, and that makes sense because King Gambit is a really good Pokemon. So yeah, I probably should just prep more for that in hindsight. But yeah. So, right now, I was able to bring it back in game 2, but I don't know if I could even do it from this point because they have Tailwind up, and it makes it really hard. I don't have speed control of my own at this point, and Aerodactyl and I think Togekiss really just are gonna go down. Actually, no, I don't think it's Togekiss. It's probably Gouging Fire. But yeah, Aerodactyl and Gouging Fire, I don't think we'll have enough firepower to get through it. I do fake out. Yeah. Again, I should have probably just faked out the Cottony. But, yeah. Now my Aerodactyl's at -2 attack, and that does nothing. It's definitely... Now, I know it's probably Eviolite. But yeah. I detect when, yeah, and then Mark Side crit, but, like, they missed Icicle Crash last game, so getting crit a few times will not do much, and then, yeah, Bullet Punch just takes out Aerodactyl again. Rockslide missed, but doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, here comes Gouging Fire, but, yeah. Okay, so, not technically over, but they still can get Tailwind back up, or they could Charm. Which, yeah, they just Charm. Flavorlight's not quite enough, but it does get a burn. Finally knock out the Cottony. Look at how much this Heavy Slam does, by the way. It just kills, even though it's burned. And then, yeah, Tianpao in the back. I try and get burns on Tianpao, but it just goes for Icicle Crash to not get burned. Stomping Tantrum, doesn't matter, it's already burned. Breaking Swipe. I need to, like, neuter the attack of Tianpao at this point. So I could take another Icicle Crash, but, I can't really afford to, yeah, I can't really afford to, do anything else because, my attack's really low. So I either have to spend a turn using Howl to set up, or I have to, just hope that I get a 2-hit KO, which I don't know if I would do. And even then, I don't know if I'm able to survive, Icicle Crash and Flavorless Recoil, and then Flavorless Recoil again. And they also have priority. I'm thinking it's Sucker Punch at this point. So maybe if I go for a turn, of Howl, and they go for Sucker Punch, then maybe I have a chance, but, let's just see how this goes out. Go for Howl here. Icicle Crash doesn't quite KO me. And then they just Ice Shard, so, yeah. I was definitely expecting Sucker Punch, but, yeah, they showed Ice Shard, which kind of makes sense. They just want the consistent damage. But yeah, if I had known that it was Ice Shard, then I probably would have just gone for the Flavorlets twice. And like hope for a crit or something. But yeah, now we move into game 3, and I don't remember if I changed anything up drastically. So yeah, at this point I'm kind of just thinking that I made a few wrong plays that last game, and I could probably, if I just make a few better plays, the same 4 can probably do it. But yeah, so I think I just go the same 4. Gambit, Cottony, Stonejourner. Yeah, I fake out Stonejourner this time, and I try to kill Cottony, but it kind of eats it because it's Eviolite. Then I do switch out, I think, Aerodactyl for Togekiss. Yeah, I just eat up the low kick there. And I think, unless I get crits, I don't think Dazzling Gleam will KO Dragonite. But I think it's just my best move to go for it anyway. There's not really much point doing anything else, but I do need to get Kangaskhan out of there because it's really not doing any damage at -2. But I don't this turn. I think I just go for the Drain Punch. Yeah. Yeah, but Rock Tomb lowers my speed. Switch to Metagross. It's really close, but yeah, Dragonite's able to get off the Z move. Almost kills, but doesn't quite. I switch to Gouging Fire to take the Bolt Punch. And then, yeah, Dragonite goes down. So, Kangaskhan being stuck on the field actually kind of helped. Here they just get their Tailwind up and stuff. And yeah. God, Cottony's so bulky. Yeah. That turn I just got the mind game wrong with Sucker Punch, and then they're just able to, yeah. Charm was, like, really problematic this set. So I think this next turn really, will make or break the game. I have to get the Sucker Punch, call right. And Like, if they just protect and I Sucker Punch, then nothing really happens. And I just waste Sucker Punch. So I don't want to get stalled out of Sucker Punch, so I just don't. Okay, I switch. Yeah. That's the wrong turn I was thinking of. Yeah, Togekiss doesn't really do much there. Just gets Bullet Punch. But this is the turn. I don't go for Sucker Punch, unfortunately. And they just are able to double into King Gambit and kill it. So yeah, but I could still win here. If I play my cards right. The speed drop from Rock Tomb doesn't matter, and it doesn't really do that much damage anyway. But here I just Burning Bulwark, but they protect to not get burned, which was smart. And then Flare Blitz doesn't quite kill them. I was hoping for a burn there, but nothing happened. And then Stomping Tantrum KOs. Unfortunate. So no, I do not win my first finals in Draft League, but I am really happy that I was able to get this far, especially with how my season started. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing future Draft League content and maybe some other Pokemon content too. Yeah, this is fun. Thanks for watching if you made it this far.